Hey, what's up guys, Stelha from Thunder Gaming, and I'm coming at you guys with my updated Thunder Dragon Dinosaur deck profile. So this is, in my opinion, like probably the best variant of dinosaurs for this coming format, considering like it has a really good matchup against Sky Strikers and has a really good matchup against like any really other rogue decks, because a lot of them have to do their searching. This deck does have like a harder matchup against like backward decks, like Ultra Guys, stuff like that, but you can side appropriately for that, and you also main deck some outs to that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off with the starter cards you play the triple copies of Oviraptor. This is pure full standard, you know, like this is all normal. In a dinosaur deck, you have to play 3 copies of it. It gets you access to everything. And then for more starter cards you play 1 copy of Armageddonite and 1 copy of Dark Grepher.
How do you like these cards?
So I think that these cards are actually like really good in the deck, considering these cards like because and now that Goldshark went to 1, you need more ways to access your Thunder Dragons, and these guys actually help you get them in your graveyard. They also help you like, you know, like get your Overtext in the graveyard as well. So they do substitute as like almost another copy of Oviraptor. So like it's as if you're playing like the 5 Oviraptors in the deck. The only thing is that they're not dinosaurs, but yeah, overall they're still really good in the deck, and I really think that you have to play them. So yeah, so moving on into the other dinosaur cards you play 1 Giant Rex. You have to play this card, because for your double evolution pill, it's literally just a free target. It's a free special summon every single time you activate pill. You play 1 copy of Ultimate Duck Tyranno. You have to play this card as well. Like, you know, like going first, you never really want to make this card. Unless like in certain matchups you will, but most likely you're not gonna. Blind, like if you're going into a blind matchup, you won't make this card. But yeah, this is for if you go second, when you're just trying to OTK your opponent, when you're just trying to kill them, you're gonna summon this card, just clear their board. Usually you can put up some other monsters with that. So yeah. And then you also play 2 copies of Overtext. This is what really makes the deck, because it gets you access to your double evolution pill, meaning if you open any of these 5, it makes it so you have immediate access to your double evolution pill, which is really nice. So yeah, so these you have to play. You could test with a 2nd copy of Conductor if you do miss it. I personally feel like you do brick too much with it, and there are some games where it doesn't even come up. So yeah.
And Kodos triggers when Grepher summoned, right?
Yeah, so you could have like these 2 in your hand, and you could go like pitch the Overtext special summon the Grepher, and then Overtext will trigger its effect to search pill, and then you could go like pitch like another card and dump, and then you just go off from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so moving on to the Thunder Dragon engine. Standard, you play 3 copies of Roar, you play 3 copies of Dark, and you play 2 copies of Hawk. So you have to play these cards, like 3 Roar, 3 Dark. This is standard. Like these cards, you want to open 1 of these, mainly Roar, but Dark is still really good to open as well. And then Hawk, you just play 2 of it because like you use 1 in the combo, and sometimes you'll want the 2nd one just so you can go for like another Colossus play like during the next turn, or so you can bring back another monster. It's just like a free special summon, so why not play a 2nd copy of it? Definitely don't play this card at 1, because then it'll like a 2nd one comes out too often, and don't play this card at 3 because you're not playing pure Thunder Dragon, so you won't even need to go through that much. So yeah, this is good. So Roar, he specials out from the deck, like he's the best one open. Dark, he gets to add 1, which is always going to be Hawk, and then Hawk specials 1. And before, like I said, these 2 get you immediate access to any of your Dark Thunder Dragons, which is really important to get in the graveyard or to get in your hand. So yeah. And now, so you play another supporting engine. So you play the Dangers. So you play Triple Nessie, play Triple Jackalope, and you play the triple Tsuchinoko. So you have to play these 9 because these are the best Dangers, because they're all free special summons. So like, you know, like they're literally just free extenders for you to summon out. They help you go into like a lot of different link monsters, help you play through hand traps. And because Goldshark and Brilliant Fusion ended up going to 1, as well as Dark Grepher and a bunch of other cards, like you need to play cards like the Dangers, because you literally play 9 copies of Upstart Goblin in the deck, and they're also free special summons. So like it really helps the consistency of the deck. And yeah.
What about Mothman? Did you think about playing Mothman?
Yeah, so I play a 41 card deck. You could up the count to like maybe like 45 or 50, like if you want to add more Dangers, but Mothman's not really that good. Like it's definitely like the best after these guys, but these guys are better because these guys are always guaranteed free special summons if you hard draw them. Like you can also play a card like Chupacabra, but the reason why I don't like Chupacabra is that it's only good once the danger is already engraved, meaning you can't start your play with a Chupacabra and expect to like have like a free monster. So yeah. they're really, really good though. And then for the last two monsters you play one copy of Deshudo and one copy of Mirror.
Oh, this engine's broken.
These cards are actually nuts. Like you play the copies of Greffer and the Armageddonite, and these two get you access to your Deshudo and Grave. And so I don't play hand traps in the deck because like having access to Mirror is like I don't know how this card dodged the ban list somehow, but like Mirror, like it's literally just scapegoat during your turn. You get to Yazi, which pops a card. You get to Phoenix, which can pop a card. Unicorn, which can pop a card. And then after that, you can go into like a Boral Sword, which can just help you OTK your opponent. Like it's just really, really good to have. And comboing off with like a Danger or something, if you hit the Deshudo off, it's literally just like a free plus because Deshudo is the same card if it's in hand or in the graveyard. So yeah, I really, really think that these cards are mandatory to play. Like drawing Mirror does suck, but like. It's like the upside is too strong like compared to the good side. Sorry, the upside is really good compared to the bad side.
Yeah.
So so I think that you really do have to play Mirror.
And they help you go second as well.
Yeah, they help you go second. So this is your going second play. If you're going first, then you're gonna side these guys out because they don't really do anything for you going first. But going second, these guys are the strongest cards like right now I think in the game. So yes, that's it for the monsters. Then for the spell count you play triple copy of Fossil Egg. This is just more starters.
Yeah.
Yes. The good thing with Fossil Egg is that you can search out the Oviraptor, or you can also search out the Giant Rex right here. There are some instances where I'll search out the Giant Rex, so I'll already have the Pill or the Oviraptor in my hand, and then it's really good because sometimes I'll go Fossil Egg to search out the Giant Rex, and then I'll activate like a Dangerous effect because Giant Rex is the same thing as Deshudo in terms of. If it's in your hand or in the graveyard, it really does not make a difference where it is. Just like, yeah, like if no matter where it is, like it has the same utility. So yeah, so that's why I really, really like that card, and that's just more reason to play Giant Rex. He's just really good. Then in fact, you played a triple copy of Pill. So this is the card that like completely puts both archetypes together. If this card was never a card, or if Overtext couldn't search this card, then you definitely would not play. You definitely would not play this deck. Like this is just so powerful to play in the deck. Like you get to summon out your Overtext from the deck. You get to banish your Giant Rex. You banish Roar. You get out like a bunch of monsters. You get tons of free advantage. Like it's actually such a good card, and because it banishes for cost, you could go like activate Pill, and then Pill is a really like Ash bait card. So you'll activate Pill, people will Ash it, and then your Thunder Dragons and your Giant Rex will still trigger from the banish zone, and so then even if your Pill gets Ashed, you still have a really, really good play to recover. So yeah, so those are for the Dino spells. Then that you play triple Allure. This card's insane in the deck because you play 3 Allures, and with the Allures you play your 9 Dangers. So basically in the deck, so like I said earlier of how Brilliant Fusion got hit, so you have to play more consistency cards like these. Like so you play 9 Dangers, which are essentially 9 Upstart Goblins. You play 3 Allures, which dig 2 cards deep. So you essentially play 3 times 2, 6, 9. You play 15 different cards to help you dig into your deck. So you're playing a 41 card deck, but in reality you're not even playing 30 cards in the deck because these all help you dig really deep into it. And then another really good thing is that Allure can banish your Dark Thunder Dragons from your hand, which is just like, it's not even a downside at that point. Like you would go Allure, you banish a Dark Thunder Dragon from your hand, and then you just get to generate a bunch of advantage. You also can hit dead dangers, like sometimes you'll open like multiples of like 1 danger, and you don't really want to open multiples of the same danger because it increases the chance of it getting hit out of your hand. So you just like Allure it away or something like that. You play like you play a lot of dark targets. Like the only monsters that aren't dark are like Mirror, Conductor, and Giant Rex, and the Thunder Dragon Hawk. That's it. Those are the only targets that you play that aren't dark. And so yeah, so you have like a really, really high chance of actually hitting a really good target with the Allure. So yeah, that's why I really like that card. Then that for the 1-of spells you play 1 copy of Rhoda just to get to your
Armageddon.
Yeah, to your Armageddon or Greffer. 1 copy of Goldsark just to banish a Roar.
Yeah.
And then 1 copy of Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is also really, really good. Like, it substitutes as another copy of Pill. It substitutes as another copy of Giant Rex. It substitutes as another copy of, like, any of your Dark Thunder Dragons. Because, like you can dump it, and then you can Pill to banish it, and then you just go off from there. You also dump Deshudo. Like, sometimes you'll have Foolish Burial in your hand, and you won't have to use it during your turn 1. So, during your opponent's turn, they'll most likely not be able to play because you'll have your board. And then next turn, you'll draw your Foolish Burial, your Deshudo, and then you just play through that. So yeah, so these are all really really good cards. Like you have to play these in this deck now. I see a lot of people who actually don't play like the Dark Warriors plus Rhoda, and I think that those cards are completely busted and unfair, especially with the dangers. So yeah, you have to play those. And for the last card you play one Eradicator.
Oh baby, main deck.
Yeah, main deck. So you main this card because you can actually go first, and you can set up like a Curious plus like a Griffin play to basically. There are certain matchups like against like a striker matchup or against like the Ultrageist matchup, which gives us like a really really hard time. You like instead of going for a Colossus Overtext, you just make Eradicator. Holy. And even though like in the combo you do put a lot of things into the Eradicator, but if you draw multiple extenders stuff like that, which you will because you play 3 Allure 9 Dangers. So you will draw more extenders. So
the combo guarantees Eradicator.
Yeah, so it's a 3-card combo to guarantee your Eradicator, and you play a bunch of variants. Like mathematically, you have like a 30 or 40% chance of drawing said combo based off all your draw cards and stuff. Yeah, so Eradicator is really really powerful to play in the deck. Like this card is how you're gonna end up beating your Ultrageist matchup. Like
and the strikers as well.
Yeah, Ultrageist striker. And sometimes if you draw a lot of dangers, and no Thunder Dragons, which has happened to me before, I'd have a board of 4 dangers, and then you just go into the whole Curious play and stuff like that because. All the dangers are different types, and because there's an Aqua, there's a Beast, there's a Reptile. They're the only Aqua and Beast and Reptile in this entire deck, meaning you get out any Thunder Dragon or any of your Dark Warriors or your Overraptor or your Overtext even in that instance, and you can just go into Curious. It's really really powerful. So then off to the extra deck. For your rank 4s, you play 1 copy of Dweller. Dweller's the best rank 4 in the game. Like you have to play this card. Like if there are certain matchups where you'll make Dweller and it's enough. Like through hand traps, through everything, you can make a Dweller and you'll just win. And then you play 1 Lagia and 1 Dolka. You have to play these two. These guys speak for themselves. These guys have had these guys have defined their entire format. These guys are nuts. You have to play them. Against the striker matchup, you can go even if you brick, you can still end on one of these guys.
Yeah.
Or even rogue striker, Ultrageist, you can have a good time with those. So yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah, you have a good time dealing with your opponent's cards. So that's it for the Xyz you play. The deck is an XYZ heavy. So then for the Links you play 1 copy of Link Hero. You play this for the Mare. You play 1 copy of Wee Witch. You go into this basically every single turn. 1 copy of Curious. You play this for your so you can dump your Eradicator. And yeah, and so you play also along with the 1 Curious. You play the Nightmare package. So you play Phoenix, Unicorn, Griffin. I couldn't find room to actually fit a Cerberus in the deck. If you can find room, you should play Cerberus in this deck because it's just like a monster pop. So yeah, so these guys are all really really good. You go into Griffin in the combo so you can set back your Eradicator. Yeah. And then Phoenix, Unicorn just are generically good in outing any cards. And then you play 1 copy of Boral Sword as well. Boral Sword, you play Mare. It helps OTK. You make a Boral Sword along with a Conductor or with a Colossus, then you just win. It's a really powerful board, hard to break. For the fusions you just play triple Colossus. So I was testing with Titan, and I actually didn't like it, and it's another reason why you don't see me play Instant Fusion in the deck either, because the whole point of playing Instant Fusion is so you can bring out your Commonality attack and go into a Titan play and all that, but with all the dangers and with the Dark Warriors, your deck is already extremely consistent to the point where you don't need to play cards like that, because playing cards like Thunder Dragon Fusion or Instant Fusion can actually brick you really hard. If you're drawing multiples of those, it's really, really not good to draw. And yeah, and so another thing that I see is that I see a lot of people debating on you have to play the Thunder Dragon Fusion because it helps recycle your Thunder Dragons, but your Thunder Dragons are really only a turn 1 play because after that you just go into your best friend Boral Sword and you just OTK them.
And you can also eradicate that card.
Yeah, and you can eradicate it away, which is actually really, really important because it's what you're usually eradicating. And for the Synchros, you play 1 Brio. This card is busted with dangers, and 1 copy of Yazi. So Brio and Yazi, these cards are actually busted because you end up making a Yazi for your opponent, and then Yazi pops a card, then you can go into a Brio. Brio is really, really good in the Thunder Dragon Mirror because you go second, they'll make triple Colossus. You could Yazi something. They're going to protect it, of course, but then you make a Brio and you pitch 3 dangers, you bounce all 3 of their cards, all the dangers trigger, and then they just lose at that point. So, yeah. And so that's it for the deck profile. We can get into some combos. So, yeah. Okay, so for this combo, you're going to need to open Overraptor, or any of your dark
Any
extenders.
variants,
So
yeah.
it could be Overraptor, Fossil Dig, any of your Dark Warriors, any Danger, doesn't matter because they're all free specials, and your Thunder Dragon Roar. So you have like a bunch of copies of these. So if you open Thunder Dragon Roar, you basically have the combo.
So this could also be like Greffer, Armageddon, Fossil Dig, Rhoda.
Yeah, this would be Greffer, Armageddon, Fossil Dig, Rhoda. This could be any Danger, and then this could be like a Roar or a Foolish Burial.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so you're gonna start off by going normal summon Overraptor.
Okay.
And you're gonna go, of course, activate your Overraptor zone. So you're gonna, activate your Raptor's effect, not activate its zone. You're gonna dump your Overtext.
Yeah. So this is the hand right now.
Yeah. So the hand right there. This is the grave. Overtext will trigger its effect. You're gonna add your pill to your hand.
Sure.
Now you're gonna set your pill face down, and you're gonna activate your Dangerous Tsuchinoko. So it doesn't matter what card it hits.
So 5/6 reroll.
Yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll it. 6.
Good.
Roll it. 6 again.
Nice.
Roll it. 4. So you're gonna hit this blank card. It's irrelevant. You're gonna summon it out anywhere, and then you're gonna draw blank card. Okay, cool. So now you're gonna go activate your pill. You're gonna banish your Overtext and your Roar. So these guys will get banished. And you're gonna bring out your Overtext right here.
Do zones matter?
No, the zones matter. You want Overtext under here. You want Overtext under there.
Under the middle zone.
No, under the extra monster zone.
Okay.
So Overraptor's middle, this is extra monster zone. Right here. These are the extra monster zones, these are the far zones.
Okay.
Right there, cool. So then, now you're gonna trigger your effect of your Roar, because it was banished. And this will bring out your Thunder Dragon Dark. This zone does not matter.
Okay. So only Kodos don't matter.
Yeah, only Overtext zone matters.
Okay.
Because so you're gonna link all these off. This is a Dark Dino, Dark Reptile, and Dark Thunder.
Yeah.
Into a, this is grave, into your copy of, let me grab it, into your copy of Curious.
Yeah.
Curious can activate its effect.
And dark as well.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Curious Chain Link 1 and Dark Chain Link 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as Chain Link 2, so you always want to make the Dark Chain Link 2 actually, because this card, if this card gets Ash, like it really hurts, but you're always gonna have the Dark to link off, so it's fine. So you're always gonna have protected. So you're gonna search out your Hawk, then this is gone now, and the Curious will dump your Eradicator. Then after that, Curious gonna activate its effect. You're gonna dump 3 more cards, irrelevant what these cards are. And now you're gonna activate the effect of your Hawk to bring back your Roar that was banished.
Okay.
Now you're gonna tribute your Roar, specialing out your Colossus.
Okay.
And now you're gonna go link off your. Actually, no, you don't have to make it into a Colossus. I just like doing it because I'm genius. So you're gonna link that off into a Griffin.
Yeah.
Griffin will activate its effect.
Because it's pointing to Kodos?
Yeah, because it's pointing to Kodos.
Okay.
See, this is why you want the Kodos in that zone. So you're gonna pitch your blank card, and you're gonna set your Eradicator. And then during your opponent's, so this is your hand, you have 1 card left in hand, you have your Eradicator set. Then during your opponent's turn, you're gonna sack away the Kodos.
On the standby phase, right?
Yeah, on the standby phase, or like
so they don't kaiju.
Yeah, on the standby phase you can play around kaijus and all that. So you're gonna hit away the Kodos with the Eradicator, call spell, call trap, call whatever, because it doesn't matter what you you call spell trap. Like in the Ultra Case matchup, you'll call trap. Of course, you just win that matchup if you do. In the Sky Shark matchup, you call spell, and they actually can't play. And so yeah, and then on top of that, they also have like basically like no monsters because you have the Griffin up here. And then next turn, you're gonna be drawing another card. This deck is really consistent. Like I said, you play a bunch of upstarts, you play a bunch of starter cards. The chance of you drawing into another starter is really big. So yeah, that's the combo, guys. So this has been Talha from Thunder Gaming, and at 1,000 subscribers, we will be giving away 3 first edition German engages.
Say that again for them to hear.
3 first edition German engages.
Oh, baby.
Mint condition, all that.
Minty.
So we're gonna be giving it at 1,000 subscribers. So make sure that you guys stay subscribed. You guys don't want to miss out on that. And the Patreon link is in the description, guys. If you want to help us out, we'd greatly appreciate it. And the support that we've been getting recently has actually been amazing. We really hope that you guys can keep this up. And this has been Talha from Thunder Gaming, and see you guys next time.